Good morning students. This is a video for the students of class 8 subject science. Today we will start a new chapter number 17, that is stars and the solar system. Means in this chapter we will know about our solar system, okay? And this is your lecture number 1. Topics to be covered in this lecture are: first topic, celestial bodies, moon and its phases, stars, constellations and solar system. So we will cover these topics in this lecture. Our first topic is celestial bodies or celestial objects. Now what are celestial bodies? Look at the sky during day. You can see the brightly shining sun in the sky. And at night, you can see the moon and countless stars, including planets and other objects. These objects means stars, planets, moon, and many other objects which is present in the sky collectively are called celestial bodies. And stars have their own light, but planets and moon and some other heavenly bodies do not have their own light. They shine because they reflect the sunlight falling on them, and the objects which have their own light are called luminous objects, and the objects like moon which do not have their own light are called non-luminous objects. Okay. Now next topic is moon. Means now we will discuss one of the heavenly body, moon. Okay. It is a natural satellite of the earth. So what is satellite? Satellites are heavenly bodies that revolve around earth, and these satellites are used for communication purposes. But we cannot use moon for communication purposes. Why? Because moon is very far away from the earth and it does not revolve in equatorial plane. That's why even though moon is a satellite, but we cannot use this satellite, means this moon, for communication purposes. That's why we use artificial satellite. Okay. Now it has no light of its own. But why it shines? Because it reflects the light of the sun, and it is about 1/4 of the size of earth. Means size of moon is 1/4 of size of earth. Okay. And what about its surface? Its surface has rocks, mountains and craters. Means its surface has rocks, mountains and craters. Craters were formed when meteoroids hit the moon, and there is no air and water. Okay, no air or water on the moons. That's why life does not exist on it, because water and air is not present on the moon. That's why life does not exist on the moon. Sound cannot travel on it, because as we know, sound can travel through a medium. Means sound needs a medium to travel. Okay. So if there is no medium on the moon, means there is no air on the moon. That's why sound cannot travel on it. It rotates on its own axis and also revolves around the earth. Okay. Moon always revolve around the earth. Okay, suppose this is earth, then moon revolve around it. Okay, moon always revolve around the earth. Now our next topic is phases of moon. If you observe the moon in the night sky for a few days, you will notice that the moon does not look the same, right? This is because the sun lights up different parts of the moon as it revolves around the earth. On the earth, we can see only a part of the shining side of the moon. Okay, means the different shapes of the moon that we see from the earth are known as phases of moon. Okay, and there are 8 phases of moon. Okay, so let us study each phase of the moon with the help of a diagram. Now this picture is showing different positions and phases of the moon. So when the moon is in between the earth and the sun, then we cannot see it at all. This phase of moon is called new moon, and it is also called Amavasya. Right? And after 2-3 days, we are able to see a small portion of the moon. So this phase is called waxing crescent moon. Means when we are able to see a small portion of the moon, this phase of moon is called waxing crescent moon. As the brighter portion of the moon comes more into our vision, means when we are able to see the half of the moon, means the moon is visible as a semicircle. This is called first quarter. Okay, and when more than half of the moon is visible, it is called waxing gibbous moon. And when the full moon is visible, it looks like a complete circle. This phase of the moon is called full moon. It is also called Purnima. Okay, after this, the moon once again starts disappearing. Okay, the moon once again starts disappearing. And when a small portion of the moon disappears and more than half of the moon is visible, this phase of moon is called waning gibbous. And when half of the moon is visible and half of the moon disappears, it is called last quarter. After that, when more than half moon disappears, when more than half moon disappears, it is called waning crescent. And after this phase, the moon completely disappears. Okay, after this phase, the moon completely disappears again. And this cycle starts again. Okay, means this cycle will repeat. And the time period between the new moon and the next moon, means the time period of this cycle is about 29 days. Okay, so these are phases of moon. So first phase is new moon. When the moon in between the earth and sun, we cannot see it at all. This phase is called new moon. Next is waxing crescent moon. After 2-3 days, we are able to see a small portion of the moon. This is called waxing crescent moon. Means this phase is called waxing crescent moon. Third is first quarter. As the brighter portion of the moon comes into our vision, the moon is visible as a semicircle. Means half of the moon is visible. This phase is called first quarter. Next phase is waxing gibbous moon. When more than half of the moon is visible, it is called waxing gibbous moon. After that, full moon. When the full moon is visible, it looks like a complete circle. This phase of moon is called full moon. And it is also called Purnima in Hindi means. Now waning gibbous, when a small portion of the moon disappears and more than half of the moon is visible, this phase of moon is called waning gibbous. Last quarter, when half of the moon disappears, it is called last quarter. Waning crescent, when more than half moon disappears, it is called waning crescent. After this phase, the moon completely disappears and the cycle starts again. And the time period between the new moon and the next new moon is about 29 days. Okay. Now our next topic is stars. Now what are stars? We know that stars are the heavenly bodies that can be seen twinkling in the night sky, and they give out their own heat and light, okay, and are made up of mainly hydrogen. And the temperature at the center of a star is between 2 and 5 million degrees Celsius. Means temperature is very high at the center of a star. Okay, temperature is in between 2 and 5 million degrees Celsius. And the sun is the biggest star. Okay, means it appears bigger than other stars. Why? Because other stars are million times farther away from us than the sun. Okay, and the sun is nearly 150 million kilometers away from the earth. Okay, so can you imagine that they are very far from us? Okay, means distance is very, very large. Means we can say the stars are, means the distance between the stars and the earth is very large, and such large distances are measured in light years. Okay, large distances are measured in light years. But how can we define light year? Light year is the distance travelled by light in 1 year. What is the meaning of light year? Distance travelled by light in 1 year. Okay, and 1 light year is equal to how much distance? 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 raised to power 15 meter. Means large distances are measured in light years, and 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 10 raised to power 15 meter. Means in 1 light year distance is 9.46 into 10 raised to power 15 meter. Okay. A huge number of stars make up a galaxy, and the name of our galaxy is Milky Way galaxy, which is also called Akash Ganga. Okay, Milky Way galaxy. It is interesting to know that stars are present in the sky during daytime also, but they are not visible to us. Why? Because of very bright sunlight. But if you observe stars carefully, they appear to move from east to west. Why? Because our earth rotates from west to east. Okay, and stars appears to rotate opposite to the earth. Means they appear to move from east to west. Okay. Now, pole star. Now, what is pole star? There is a stationary star in the sky. Means when you carefully observe the night sky, you will find a stationary star in the north direction. And this stationary star in the north direction is called pole star. It does not appear to move. Why? Why it not move? Because its position is in the line of Earth's axis. Why the pole star not move? because its position is in the line of Earth's axis. It is always seen in the north direction in the night sky. Okay, and that's why its direction is fixed. That's why it was used in earlier times by the sailors to find out the direction in sea. Okay, they use pole star to find out the direction in the sea. Now our next topic is constellations. We can see countless stars in the sky. If you observe them carefully, some stars form patterns that can be easily identified. So these recognizable patterns formed by a group of stars, means these patterns formed by the group of stars are called constellation. Such patterns sometimes resemble certain objects or certain figures. Okay, many constellations have been identified and named by astronomers, and there are 88 standard constellations recognized by the International Astronomical Union. Okay, there are 88 standard constellations. Okay, and these constellations are recognized by International Astronomical Union. International Astronomical Union since 1922. Now one of the constellation name is Ursa Major. It is also known as Great Bear. This constellation is visible throughout the year in most of the northern hemisphere. It can be best seen in the month of April. It is visible during summers, okay, and when early in the night, and it consists of 7 bright stars that resemble a question mark or a big ladder. Okay, this picture is showing Ursa Major constellation. Okay, it consists 7 bright stars. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it consists 7 bright stars that resemble a big ladle or a question mark. These 3 stars make the handle of the ladle. Okay, and the other 4 make its bowl. Okay, it appears like a bowl. Okay, and these 3 stars appears that they make the handle of the ladle. Okay, now next constellation is Ursa Minor. Okay, it is also known as Little Bear. It is a group of 7 bright stars including the pole star. Okay, this constellation can be seen in the northern sky, like the Great Bear, means like the Ursa Major. The tail of the Little Bear may also be seen as the handle of a ladder, means these 3 stars makes the handle of a ladder, and the other 4 stars makes the bowl. Okay, means the other 4 make its bowl, and the star at the end of the dipper handle, means this star is the pole star. Okay, the star at the end of the dipper handle is the pole star, which is also called Polaris. Okay, now next constellation is Orion. It is also called Vyat or Mrig in Hindi. It can be seen during winters in the late evening, and it looks like a hunter. Orion includes the prominent pattern known as the Belt of Orion, in which 3 bright stars are in a row. There are 4 bright stars surrounding the belt at roughly similar distances, which are considered to represent the outline of the hunter's body. Means this Orion constellation appears or looks like a hunter. Okay. This is a picture of Orion constellation. Okay. And here Sirius is the brightest star, which is located on the straight line, passes through the 3 middle stars. Okay. Sirius is the brightest star and it looks like a hunter. Next constellation is Cassiopeia. It is a constellation in the northern sky named after a queen named Cassiopeia. Means it is named on a queen whose name is Cassiopeia. It is also called Sharmishta in Hindi. Okay. It is a group of 5 bright stars and several star clusters. It is easily recognizable due to distinctive W or M shape. Means it looks like a W shape or M shape, and it is formed by its 5 stars. Okay. Means if we draw it, then it looks like a W. There are 5 stars. Okay. These are the stars and it looks like a W. This is a Cassiopeia constellation. Next topic is solar system. You have already learned in the previous classes that what is solar system? The sun, 8 planets and their moons, comets, meteoroids, meteorites and asteroids form the entire solar system. Okay, they together form the entire solar system. It is located within one of the outer arms of Milky Way galaxy, which contains about 200 billion stars. We have already learned that Milky Way galaxy means a huge number of stars. Okay, so it contains about 200 billion stars, and the sun is a major source of heat and light for all the planets. Okay. So students, this is your today's homework. Question number 1 is define light year. Question number 2, why does moon look different every day? Question number 3, define constellations. Question number 4, can you light a fire on the moon? If not, then why? Question number 5, even though the moon is a natural satellite, why cannot it be used for communication purposes? Question number 6, name a constellation that looks like a question mark or looks like a ladle. Okay, so these are 6 questions you have to do in your fair notebook today. So this ends for today's lecture. Thank you.